I'm Rob Wheeler.
And I'm Brian Fitch.
We're going to show you how to have fun on a kicker.
So once you guys have your early grab tricks down, your straight air and your front and back 180s, maybe even a tweak if you want it, you can step it up a notch to do just a straight air without a grab. This is definitely more difficult because you don't have your hand there to stabilize the board. So you really got to think of the fundamentals of your straight air with the early grab and how to transfer that into this without your hand there.
So to do the straight air, you're going to most likely want a board with some kind of tail to it. And it's probably a good idea to practice a few ollies in the flat ground like we practiced our early grabs in the flat. It's going to give you the same fundamentals needed to go off this kicker. So as you're coming in for your straight air at the kicker, as you get to the first lip, you want to really start bending your knees and suck up this transition, so when you get to the top, you're all nice and compressed. As you get to the lip, you want to do that ollie motion. It'd be awesome if you can flick this tail and hear that noise, so that way you get this nose up and you're able to level out the board in midair by crunching up your knees to like your chest almost. And then once you feel like you level this board out and you're starting to come down to the ground, extend those legs so you can absorb the landing. A key trick tip to this, it's all about the knees for this one. A lot of times you'll go off this, you go off with your legs straight, your board's going to come off your feet and you're going to land pretty badly. So you want to make sure you suck up your knees so that way the board will stay glued to your feet. Alright, so after you fell a few times trying the straight air, it's time to do a straight air with the indie grab. So we're not doing an early grab, meaning we're not going to hold the board before the ramp. We're going to ollie off this ramp and grab the board in midair. I like to grab indie grab, he likes to grab melon grab. Either way, you're going to do the same fundamentals here. It's all about the same sucking up your legs. Once you feel like you level the board out in midair, you go down for that grab. I really like this better than the straight air because it gives you, you're able to kind of save yourself a lot of times by grabbing that board in midair.
Some key things to think about when you're doing the grab is to try to bring the board up to your hand more than you go down to the board. If you do that, you can really set off your balance in the air, and you can really set yourself up for disaster in your landing.
Chill. Trying to make a movie here. Woo! What's going on? Having a little backyard kicker session right now with my dog. Today's trick that I am going for is a switch straight air with an early grab. It's hard. Yeah. So let's see if we can do it.
You want to be able to learn this because when you're in a freestyle comp or something, you don't want to have to switch around every time to hit a kicker, so it's just good for your flow to learn how to go off kicker switch. Before you do that, you better learn how to ride switch in the flats, and I highly recommend going to a skate park and just trying to go around a few transitions riding switch. That'll just get you used to it because it's very different. It's like throwing a baseball with your non-dominant hand. It just feels very awkward for the first couple times. So we're going to start out doing a switch early grab, and I recommend grabbing on your toe side with your back hand. Just felt most comfortable to me to try that one first. And you do the same fundamentals as you did with your regular early grab. You want to suck up the transition, pop off that lip, level yourself out, and land clean. Pretty much when you're doing a switch, it's just going to take a few repetitions to get the muscle memory and make you comfortable and confident enough to hit it with the right amount of speed and with the right amount of pop to land it successfully.
Common problems, definitely not getting enough speed. Going in switch, it's definitely a mind game, and you really just got to push through it and make sure you've got enough speed to get into the landing zone. If you don't, you're really just going to kind of roll off the kicker and do really funny movements in the air, try and get your feet back under you. So make sure you've got enough speed. Know your kicker.
Woo! So pumped that I'm finally going off the kicker switch with an early grab. That's going to open up so many more tricks and variations. Learning your tricks is probably the best thing about any board sport. When you start to land them, you just want to keep doing that trick because it's so fun and so new. And then you just want to get that so dialed in that it's just muscle memory from now on. That, you know, tomorrow I'll be able to do this first try and stomp it hopefully clean. That's my favorite part of board sports. New tricks, progression. It's fun.